Hello, I am Rodi Flores, and this is my cultural reflection PowerPoint. My parents were born in Mexico, and I was born and raised in Arizona, more specifically in a small border town called Rio Rico. This means there's not a whole lot of diversity present in or out of school. Family foods like tamales, tacos, menudos stem from Mexico. Some traditions and cultures are introduced to me, and it was the only culture I experienced for all of my childhood. The main part of my cultural belief would stem from religious worldview, which is a major part of my culture. Being caring, kind, and empathetic is something that is celebrated instead of being looked down upon. Of course, it is in line with a Christian worldview of loving and cherishing each other. This was instilled in me from a young age and became the foundation of how I acted around different cultures in the military. I joined the military right out of high school, which introduced me to a whole new world of diversity, learning more about people and started to learn more about myself. Learning curiosity instead of judgment helped me learn more about people, where they came from, learning about past experiences, their worldview, and their culture. Made me become a better me. The celebration of differences created this respect and bond between myself and those around me, which is what I hope to replicate when I become a teacher. As an educator who has experienced different lifestyles, cultures, and differences, it has helped me gain a deeper understanding of being human. I know that differences in childhood experiences and culture are to be respected and appropriately explored. Creating lessons that allow students to feel confident is important. Lessons that can explore their differences in positive and meaningful ways, like allowing students to speak about themselves or present their culture as icebreakers in introductory situations. Researching cultures to find any material that can be introduced in lessons, getting books to correlate with the topics or subjects being learned, allowing students areas of input to teach about their cultural differences so that they might have their own knowledge about it. Being able to admit shortcomings in areas that as an educator is normal not to have the necessary information. Doing so can open many possibilities to learn either from research or from the various students I will be teaching. This is important in creating an environment where students feel able to present themselves, that they have learned through experience or families. Equity is giving something based on needs instead of disregarding needs and trying to remain equal. It is to create a fair chance to succeed in and out of school, basing it on circumstances instead of blanket equality. Equality is giving the same amount of something across the board with no exceptions, giving everybody the same thing regardless of circumstances or situations. Students are given specific allotted time to finish tests. Some students, based on needs, require more time, while others finish before the allotted time, giving the students a little more time based on their situations and circumstances. Students that need more time are accommodated instead of being forced to complete something based on different circumstances. A student that might need more time might be given more time, while those who finish earlier can wait for the students to complete their test. Investing time and resources into getting students to feel confident about their cultural differences and experiences. This promotes inclusivity, which combats bigotry, ignorance, and judgment, which is necessary to stop racism and support and promote diversity. Classrooms are supposed to enrich feelings of belonging and confidence. To do that, the opposite is morally wrong as an educator. It goes against what an educator should stand for and goes against Christian worldviews. Any any shortcomings I possess, and to do so is to experience them and learn from them or others. Adaptability is something that is instilled into every person that comes across the military. This is the foundation in creating an inclusive and judgment-free classroom that promotes growth instead of stunting it. Continuous learning can create endless possibilities for myself and the students I teach. I want to create better people that feel like someone believes in them and their differences. Doing so will take time, but I think with enough time, I can learn how to change for my students to reach their needs. Positive changes in myself can create those same positive changes in the classroom.